Yo, he said everything that I needed to say. So we're just gonna jump into it. Quick, fast.
Okay, I hope that y'all really, really capture what this dude just said. Okay, get ready to play this again because I really want y'all to listen to what this guy just said. And there are some critical phrases that I want you to hear because remember what he's saying. I remember Larry Summers, the former head of the White House Council of Economic Advisors under Obama. I remember he was saying the exact same thing in order to curb inflation in the United States. Watch and listen again.
I think the problem that we've had is that we have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. So it's a dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global, the world is trying to do. The governments around the world are trying to increase unemployment to get that to some sort of normality. And we're seeing it. I think every employer now is seeing it. I mean, there is definitely massive layoffs going off. People might not be talking about it, but people are definitely laying people off, and we're starting to see less arrogance in the employment market, and that has to continue because that will cascade across the cost balance.
Okay. So, this dude,
Yeah, so I'm not gonna listen to his thoughts. I already heard it. But yeah, I heard that, right? Like who, what, when, how dare you? How dare you? That's my question. How dare you? You already made your millions, bro. Why we can't make none? Why we can't have ambition to want more for ourselves? Why can't it only be people like you? Why? Why should it only be people like you? It's like, I have ideas. Why the hell do I have to work to make sure your ideas come to fruition and mine's don't? Excuse me? And the crazy part about the whole thing is like, yo, you will sit there and do and say all of that because you're the owner. Your power does not come from your ownership. Your power comes from the people you have behind you. If you're not leading anybody, you can't call yourself a leader. So how would you sit there and be the type of person that said, I want my employees to be scared to lose their job just so they want to keep their job? And you got more money than me. And you have more money than me. That shit don't make no fucking sense. Because my sentiment is, if I ever own a business where I have to have employees behind me, if you see me on my phone for an hour and a half or however long, you are allowed to do the same shit, but make sure you're watching me. Because just because you caught me on my phone for that long doesn't mean that I wasn't working for longer. Does not mean none of that, because I'm willing to put in the same amount of work texting that I am working. I don't care what nobody say. If you watch me for 24 hours, you will see. You might catch me texting. Yeah, I'm not gonna hide it. Why would I hide it for? I'm a grown man. But when it's time to get work done, it'll get done. So say and or do whatever you want. Don't put us in it. You don't want to make no more millionaires? Say that. Don't say you need us to be scared, because we don't need to be scared of you. For what? You just own some shit that you want to see fruition through the future. We want to see our shit fruition too. You sound greedy and selfish. You sound like exactly how rich people would sound. We don't need the modern day people coming into our stuff, taking everything that we have because they feel like they're entitled. That's not entitlement. That would not be entitlement. If there's somebody smarter than you out there, you should be okay with that, because at the same time, you could become smarter. But you know, you just want to win. You always want to win and never be a loser. Must feel good. You're a big man, buddy. Can't say much. Don't listen to what the fuck he's talking about. He's a fucking idiot. He just has money. Hopefully they don't think about this shit. And have a good day.